Today, I'll focus on building your production distribution chain, a core pillar of any strong business plan. This chain connects the way you create a product with how you move it through the market and ultimately deliver it to the customer. The goal is to make every link work together efficiently and reliably. When production, logistics, and delivery are aligned, the business is better positioned to control costs, meet customer expectations, and respond to competition. In short, mastering this chain can become a meaningful source of competitive advantage. A production distribution chain describes the complete journey from raw inputs to a finished product or service in the hands of the final customer. It's not limited to manufacturing or shipping. It includes every step that connects those activities. The key idea is end-to-end coordination. We need to understand what the business produces and how, who is responsible for moving it through each stage, and how it ultimately reaches the buyer. Looking at all three questions together helps reveal how the business creates and delivers value. This belongs in the business plan because it connects the strategy to the realities of execution. First, it builds investor confidence by demonstrating that the operation is feasible and reducing perceived risk. Second, it creates cost clarity, revealing the true unit economics and potential for healthy margins before major commitments are made. Finally, it provides proof of scalability. It shows how the business can grow while maintaining effective operations, rather than allowing expansion to create bottlenecks, inefficiencies, or unexpected costs. This slide outlines the 5 stages that connect inputs to customer delivery. It begins with sourcing, securing the raw materials and key inputs the business depends on. Next comes production, where goods are manufactured or services delivered. Storage manages inventory and warehousing, while distribution coordinates the logistics and transportation needed to move everything where it belongs. The key point is that these stages are interdependent. Each one must be deliberately designed, because a gap or weakness anywhere in the chain can cascade into customer-facing failures and eroded margins. At this stage, I'm identifying everything the business needs to operate, from physical materials and digital tools to human labor and specialized expertise. Your sourcing strategy directly shapes both cost and reliability. I need to decide whether one supplier offers simplicity or multiple suppliers provide valuable redundancy, whether local sourcing improves speed or global sourcing lowers cost, and whether to build capabilities internally or outsource them. Finally, I'll document supplier terms, expected lead times, and backup options, so these decisions are clear in the business plan. Stage 2 focuses on selecting the right production method. Make-to-stock means producing in advance, based on forecasts, which works well for high-volume, standardized products with predictable demand. Make-to-order begins only after a customer places an order, reducing inventory risk and supporting custom or high-value products. Assemble-to-order takes a middle path. Modular components are prepared ahead of time, then assembled when needed. The best choice depends on product complexity, customer expectations, and available capital. In other words, production strategy should balance speed, flexibility, and financial risk. This stage focuses on balancing inventory cost with product availability. Inventory is capital tied up in product, so too much creates waste, while too little leads to stockouts and missed sales. Your business plan should clearly state its inventory philosophy. You might use just-in-time replenishment to minimize stock, maintain safety stock to handle demand spikes, or use drop shipping, where the supplier ships directly and you hold no inventory. Also clarify who stores the product and how warehousing costs will affect your overall operating model. Choosing distribution channels is about deciding how customers will access and buy your product. The right channel must match both customer buying behavior and your margin requirements. Direct channels, such as your own website, store, or sales team, provide greater control, but usually involve higher costs. Indirect channels, including wholesalers, retailers, and Amazon, can expand your reach, although they often reduce your margin. A hybrid approach combines both models, helping you balance control, coverage, and profitability. The best choice depends on where your customers prefer to shop and what your economics can support. At stage 5, the focus shifts to last-mile delivery, or how the product reaches a customer. Third-party logistics, or 3PL, lets startups outsource fulfillment to specialists such as FedEx, UPS, or regional couriers, making delivery scalable and cost-effective. In-store pickup offers a different advantage. Customers collect orders locally, which removes shipping costs and can bring additional foot traffic to physical locations. Finally, digital delivery is ideal for software, media, and services, providing instant access directly to the customer's device with zero marginal delivery cost. This framework helps me turn a broad supply chain into a practical operating plan. I start by mapping the production process, including each step, its capacity, and the timeline. Then I identify inputs and suppliers, documenting materials, vendors, and costs. I also define storage and distribution by choosing the warehousing and flow model that fits the business. Finally, I select delivery channels and meaningful KPIs. For every step, I document partners, costs, timeline, and contingency plans, so the business plan demonstrates operational readiness rather than just describing an idea. The key takeaway is that your production and distribution chain should be designed deliberately from end to end. Match each decision to your market and cost structure, prepare for disruption with backups, and treat the chain itself as a competitive advantage through lower costs, greater speed, and stronger differentiation.